What's up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead. If you watched our last video, you'll know that we had just put out the hay ring for the girls, but we haven't put any hay out for them yet. So that's what we're going to start off this morning because we want to put hay out before it rains. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, like some pretty bad storms. But from the looks of it, we might be getting rain a little earlier. So Jesse's already getting the tractor ready so we can get that started. Elaine knows what time it is. All the other girls are still out in the pasture. They're getting a few minutes before they're all here. So, like I mentioned in our last video, we do keep a hay bale out for them all year round. They finally started eating it, and this is kind of what is left. So, probably later after it rains and it dries up a bit, we'll take this and we'll actually rake this out. But now that that is there, they'll stop eating this really. Alright, so now that the cows are taken care of, we've got one more thing we've got to do before it starts raining, and that is put another tarp over the Thunderdome. We still have all of the girls separated into different areas for breeding season, so the girls that are out front in the Thunderdome need a little bit more rain protection because they don't have access to the barn, and we still have a buck in there so they can't go in there with them. And since it's only supposed to rain for a few hours tonight and tomorrow, we're just gonna kind of cover it a little bit better so they have more protection from the rain, because it's not gonna be cold, it's just gonna be rainy. But we have to remember where Jesse put the tarp. that definitely will not work. And don't try this at home.
Maybe I threw it away. I got a tarp somewhere.
So we can't remember where we put the tarp, but we do have the extra calf hutch that's still in that front paddock. Can we just move the calf hutch since the tractor's out? Just pick the calf hutch up and toss that over for them?
Yep.
That's
a way better idea.
It's a little bit more weather resistant, and they've kind of popped holes through the sides of all the netting on the Thunderdome. So, I mean, the calf hutch is literally right there. We've just got to move it to maybe a few 100 feet that way. So, okay. As long as there's no wasps living in it, we should be good. It's rather it be the temporary fencing than the permanent fencing. Alright, so we got to move it somewhere so they can't use it to jump on top of and yeet themselves over the electric fence, and they can't use it to yeet themselves over the permanent fence.
I said we put it.
I say about right here where I'm standing.
Well, they can't get on top of this.
Isn't that road?
Yeah, you go. We said that way. Opening coming in this way because the southerly wind is that way.
Okay. And then road's gonna pee right there.
Make sure there's no wasps.
Yeah, right there. That way there's good distance from the fencing, because if there's a will, there's a way, and a goat will figure out how to get on top of something and jump off of it. So. Hi, Miss Rogue. There you go. Now you guys can still sleep and see your friends. Now I will say, these calf hutches are probably one of the best things that we ever bought on a whim. They were on Marketplace for like $100 each. They have a few cracks in them. They're definitely old, but if you need some sort of shelter in a pinch, they're amazing. Like, we have one in the pig area that, even though the pigs had their own little piggy palace, they preferred the hutch. So we always just leave that one in there for pigs because they seem to like that a lot more. But like, was it 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, when we had a big storm come through that pretty much uprooted our original lean-to that we had for the goats. We were literally pulling the calf hutches over in the pouring rain during tornadoes on the ground, so the goats had someplace to get out of the rain, because that storm had literally just completely uprooted it and flipped it on its roof. So they have definitely come in handy. Thankfully, these storm we're supposed to get tonight isn't going to be of that caliber, so I'm not worried about it. But you can even stake, they came with stakes that you could stake them down into the ground, but we don't do that because we move them around so much. So now that the animals are taken care of, we have a few other things that we need to get done. Like, Jesse doesn't want to have to haul feed from the parlor where we store over extra feed to the feed bin area in the rain. So he's going to fill all of those up, and then he's got to work on the tractor a little bit more. If you watched our last video, he was doing the 50-hour maintenance on it. So now what are you going to do with it?
I'm just going to check the fluid levels. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, just make sure everything's good to go. But I've got to get ready for our monthly Azure pickup. So I've got to find my rolling cart, because I take a rolling cart with me and put my name on it. Makes things so much easier. And then hopefully we'll be done before the rain gets here.
Yep,
So,
we will.
All right, let's get started. All right, last time I seen my cart, not that cart. That cart's way too big. It's somewhere over here. This is where all of my market stuff is, my chairs, my canopy. And I was taking the rolling cart to some of my markets that I can't just pull up to and unload. So we got this collapsible cart. And it works great for my Azure pickups. So let me get this out.
Yeah, we need to put some alfalfa up in this. Man, that's a lot of alfalfa.
So the fun part about getting feed, because we keep all the extra in here, is right now Jesse's got to go through the goatlet. Come on, girls.
Filling these things up.
Opening them?
No, no,
Lifting them?
no, no.
Cleaning up?
Nope, you'll see. You'll see.
Oh, I know what it is. And it's nice and windy today.
Yep. Alfalfa. Now that the four-leggeds are done, let's go ahead and take care of the two-leggers. We're not at a, I don't know how to explain that. We're not at a high risk for tornadoes, but
It's Arkansas. We're always at a risk for tornadoes.
it's not zero.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
This is,
Spider web.
yeah, because there's nothing worse.
This is why we check too. Look at that guy. That gal.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can get her on camera. Oh, jeez. Oh, here comes some dinner, too. She's going for him. She's going for him. She's going to get him. Yes, this is why you check your storm shelter before storm season. Hard to go to the emergency room when there's a tornado.
You got another one down here? Or is that just...
I'll stay up here.
All right, now that we're down in here, I check it for spiders, and then I also check all the other stuff. Like we've got a little solar charger if we need to, shortwave radio, external battery bank. Probably check to see if that's still good. Yep, 100%. And this thing has its own battery and the solar panel, so this thing's always charging with a light, and it's got a radio on it too, but I'd rather use that one. Tools, water, a little bit of food, and we keep extra change of clothes in here, extra shoes, blankets, and stuff like that in case it's going to be a long haul. And this little gizmo is just a router that I've connected to our other router in the house. Hopefully we still have internet during a storm or something like that. That way we're not bored, you know. Got to keep Gavin happy. Other than that, I think she's ready.
Now, if you're wanting just a dedicated video of how we organize our storm shelter and what we put in it and why, let me know down in the comments, and we'll do that. It's a good excuse for me to actually go in there and make sure things like the clothes still fit us all and the shoes still fit us all, and make sure everything is good to go in there. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. And then, of course, if you live in a high tornado area, things like making sure you have easy access to your chainsaw, that it is ready to go And having that on standby is also a good thing to do, because if you live in an area like us where we have just a ton of trees, you may be needing that chainsaw to get out of situations. You may be helping your neighbor get out of their storm shelter because a tree fell on it. You never know. So it's always, I'd rather be safe than sorry. All right, so I think we got everything we needed to get done for storm prep. Just in the nick of time, because now I'm going to go and pick up my Azure pickup, so I figured I'd go ahead and bring you guys along with me. I don't know how much I'll film there because it's pretty chaotic, but I got to run to the post office and drop off some online orders and then head over there. So let's go. And I didn't get a whole lot of food this month. I am mostly stocking up on more canning jars. They're generally a lot cheaper than the stores around us. So when they go on sale, I really stock up. So that's what majority of the stuff I got today. And then I got some gluten-free stuff for Jesse's mom because she can't have gluten. And they always have a ton of good gluten-free options compared to our local stores who don't have a whole lot. So like I said, just some canning jars and then some gluten-free goodies for Jesse's mom. And we'll get this offloaded and then it'll be almost time to milk. All right, y'all, so it's been a pretty productive day. So we're gonna call this video done so we can start doing evening chores. So if you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every week. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.